So why did you end up getting the grant for the PCs?
We needed the grant because our current computers were very outdated, and we keep adding software to keep up with the technology in the world. So that's one of the reasons why we needed to apply. Besides, also Microsoft is updating, and those computers can't handle the update as well.
What has the grant provided you?
The grant provided us access to install more programs for programming and things like AutoCAD as well for the shop. And it just allows kids to just try to keep up with the current technology.
And how has this grant helped you and your students?
So before we had basic for programming, besides STEM and high school students, we had computer programming. And some of the programs were very lower grade technology. This one allows us to go dive into stuff like Unity, Roblox Studio, AutoCAD, and so forth.
What is the grant?
The grant is a computer science grant from the Minnesota Department of Education. And Mr. Ben Johnson, one of our school board members and beloved substitute teachers here, found it and sort of got everything together, got the information compiled, and then Mr. Anderson and I wrote some other parts of the grant to just sort of demonstrate our need. The biggest thing that we need here at Renshaw is resources. Of course, with a small school, our funding is pretty minimal. And so we have staff who know the content, we have students who are eager and willing to learn, and we have a lot of talent, but we don't really have the high quality resources we need to be competitive in these creative or technological fields like computer science, media production. And so we got about $50,000 worth of resources for our students. And so it's been really, really amazing seeing the grant come to life.
So what did the grant provide you?
Great question. So for the Renshaw Creative Collective, for our media program, we received a Mac Studio as well as the Studio Display for instructor use, and we also received 8 MacBook Pros for students to use.
And outside of an overall upgrade, how has this grant helped your students?
Well, one of the main components of the grant pieces was we needed the resources that professionals are using in their careers so that students are learning the skills they would need to enter the field after they graduate or to go into higher education where they need these resources to be able to succeed. And so, for example, my younger sister Lexi, she graduated last year and went into graphic design at UMD. And they require her to have a MacBook Pro and to learn how to use Adobe for that program. And since we did not have those resources last year, she's sort of a little behind the curve trying to catch up with those basics as she's learning. And so now the students we have in the seats today, this year, and for years to come, will receive the education they need to be able to thrive when they leave Renshaw.
Let's just start from the top again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm Maddi Williams. And I'm Molly Williams. And we are bringing you this week's Raptors updates. There are a lot of events this week, so take a look. Good luck, Raptors. I'm here with Mr. Lattu, the varsity head coach of our baseball team. And how's the season been going?
Well, we've had some challenges this year. We've got a pretty inexperienced team, but we are growing and we're working on building towards the end of this year with playoffs coming up, and also into next year. We got a lot of juniors that'll be seniors next year. So,
yeah. Has there been any major challenges? said that.
Scheduling's been kind of tough this year, but we're working through it, and we've played a lot of teams without JVs, so it's been hard to get the younger guys sometimes, so that's been a challenge for sure.
Yeah. What's the most rewarding part about coaching high school baseball?
Just seeing the kids grow and watching them turn into, decent human beings, and growing from when I've had some of them since like 7th grade to now I'm working with juniors who are, turning into young adults, and it's pretty rewarding to see that.
Yeah. Has there been any fun memories so far?
We've had a few. It's not a great memory, but watching Jasper Crane almost dislocate his ankle because he didn't slide correctly was a memorable one this year.
That's funny. How do you navigate your team through the wins and losses?
Oh, you just got to take each one as it comes. Some losses hurt more than others. Some wins mean more than others do. We had a really close loss that really hurt last week, and then we had one that was just like, right, we're growing from it and we're learning. So you just got to take each loss, each win, each game as a lesson. Because if you don't learn from it, you're not going to grow.
I agree. Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Hi there, Scarecrow. We were wondering at the Expo. Do you know that you're alive?
What does that mean?
Like, are you alive?
What does that mean? I don't know.
Like, do you have a conscience? Are you?
But like this one time, me and my dad, we were going fishing, and this witch like cast a spell on him, and then like she turned him into like a broom. I know what happened to him.
Hi there, Lion. Us from the Expo wanted to know. Do you have a wallet?
What do you want to know that?
Well, do you have one?
Do I? What are you going to do with it if I do?
We just want to know.
I don't have a wallet, but I have 5 cents in my little bank over in Paris.
Hey, Tin Man. Us from the Expo wanted to know. Have you ever considered seeing a therapist?
No.
Hi, Witch. Us from the Expo want to know. Have you ever heard of CeraVe,
What's that supposed to mean?
a facial skin product?
Is that an insult?
Oh, it's
You dare insult the Wicked Witch of the West?
No.
Get out of my face!
Hi, Glinda. Us from the Expo wanted to know. Are you in fact a real blonde?
Of course I'm a real blonde. I was born with my hair.
Places, people!
Hi there, Wizard. Us from the Expo wanted to know. Why do you only talk to brunettes?
Well, because all the other colors of hair are inferior. That is why I only speak to brunettes.
Us from the Expo wanted to know. What is your current mental... Us from the Expo wanted to know. What is your favorite thing about your job?
My favorite thing about my job, I just adore helping people find their true style and what suits them the best. But want to know what I really hate? That dog spit puddle who calls himself Hair.
Be speedy. I have an appointment in 5. What?
Hi, Harry. We at the Expo would like to know, what do you have against blondes?
Blondes. I have nothing against blondes. I love all types of blondes. Blonde is such a golden hair color. I love all types of hair colors, especially Glinda. Kind of. Ish. I really hate, though, wardrobe.
He's just a pretentious freak who keeps tugging on people, abusing our clients, and just full-on destroying their looks entirely.
I cannot stand wardrobe. Do you know how many times I have to correct that man? Do you know how much time it takes to get wardrobe ready for anything? Always offset.
I'm trying to find an outfit that matches with their hair, but he's going on and changing every little thing, and it's so annoying.
Always so unprepared. I can't have a single appointment without wardrobe messing it all up. It makes no sense.
And I just wish I could punch him in the face or strangle him with my freaking thing.
I just can't stand that thing. Like, it's disgusting. I just...
I hate my job.
Stop pushing me! Stop!
Quacks.
Hi.
Us from the Expo wanted to know. Quicks, how do you deal with having such a quirky brother?
It's really difficult. I mean, he's so annoying constantly, and he never leaves me alone.
I'm not annoying.
Yes, you are.
I know I'm not.
I'm serious right now.
What? I'm Quicks.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing. I'm such an angel.
We at the Expo would like to ask, is guarding your dream job?
No, actually. I always actually wanted to be the mayor of Munchkinville, but my stupid idiot brother got to. I don't even know why he gets to, considering that he's the reason for the political and economic state of Munchkinville right now. Don't tell him I said that. And then, I always wanted to be a dancer.
Hey, guide. Us from the Expo were wondering, how long have you been in that box?
What year is it again?
Hey, Beth. Us from the Expo wanted to know, what size are your shoes?
My shoes are a perfectly normal size.
Hi there, Munchkin Mayor. Us from the Expo want to know, what do you think about the current political and economic state of Munchkinville?
As always, Renchalians, we hope you enjoyed our latest episode of The Expo. And as with every time we film, we wish you a wonderful day and hope to see you next time with more news, entertainment, and fun.
Stay in the know with The Expo. Thank you for watching.